Yay!
Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. It is actually the same day as the video you all saw about the February blooming plants when I went to the garden center and got some late winter blooming plants like the lilac vine, the hellebore, the lupin. It's just such a beautiful day. I didn't want to go inside. My family was out playing basketball. Were having fun. I tried a little bit, but you all saw I am not the best at basketball. Sadie's really good, Shay's really good, Jason's really good, and even Monty's really good. He's very, very good at defense, I must say. He really gets in between Jason's legs and messes him up, so it's perfect. So they are playing basketball. I decided to come out here when I was at the garden center. I also grabbed some pansies, and that is because of all of you. When I did my video on cutting back these grasses, these purple fountain grasses in my zigzag planter, I said that I was kind of bugged because the grasses had taken up a bigger area, so I wasn't able to plant my daffodils closer, and there's kind of going to be a break in all my daffodils. I was talking about transplanting some daffodils, but a lot of you said, don't bother, just go buy some pansies and plant some pansies around the grasses. And that is a fantastic idea. So thank you to all of you who said that. I really, really appreciated it. And when I was at the garden center today, I saw these beautiful blue pansies and thought, yep, perfect, beautiful. So the name of these pansies are Matrix Lavender Shades, and these might be the ones that I planted in my front swoop last year. I know I planted, kind of interspersed in my daffodils, I know I planted some purple pansies, and this name sounds familiar. I'll see if I can go back and I'll see if I said anything about it in that video. Okay, so just to recap, here's my daffodil border. It's absolutely beautiful right now in full bloom. And then right over here are all the pansies that I got. Won't that be beautiful with the yellow daffodils? And these are called Majestic Giants 2 Deep Blue or Blotch. I ended up really, really liking it. It was really beautiful. And I'm gonna do it again. Why would I not? I have all these spaces right here. So this is where I cut back the purple fountain grass to about 3 inches. You can cut them back anywhere from 2 to 4 inches, I would say. And then I still have the Diachondra Silver Falls. That is still doing really well, and I love it. And I'm gonna leave it in for all season because I think it's so pretty. It's about 3:30 right now, so the sun's going down, so I'm sorry about the sun probably being in all your eyes. I'll try and keep the phone away from it. So what I'm gonna do, I got 3 pallets of these pansies, which is perfect because I have 6 grasses, so I'll just do half and half. So half a pallet for each grass, if that makes sense. And I'm just gonna plant them around. It should be a pretty easy planting project. I did want to show you all my new trowel I found. This trowel has kind of a funny name. I'll put it on the screen right now. But it's just, it's a strong trowel. It's a big, strong trowel. It is all, I think it's steel, and it has this really, really sharp point at the end. So I saw it on Amazon and I thought, oh, I totally want to try it. And look, you stick it down in and it comes, oh my goodness, I love it so much. I'm really, really happy with it. So I'm going to be using that today. It should make it pretty easy. I'm not going to use any starter fertilizer or anything like that. I don't think it needs it because this is pure compost. And I do get that question a lot when I'm planting, you know, are you going to use Sure Start? Are you going to use starter fertilizer? Normally I would, but I have put so much compost in this garden. This garden is like pure. It has so much organic matter in it. I don't think it needs any starter fertilizer. You know, it has all the goody stuff that the plants really like. So I just don't think it's necessary at this point. I'm sure in subsequent years I will be using that stuff as my soil kind of gets tired. But there are I mean, there is a thick layer of compost everywhere that I'm planting in this garden. So hopefully that answers the question that a lot of you had about why I'm not using starter fertilizer or anything like that. I think that there is definitely a place for starter fertilizer, just not in my garden this year because I got some nice compost. All right, and done. That took all of about 25 minutes. So I kind of want to do something else. Let me show you the pansies real quick. So here they are. You can see they're just surrounding each one of the grasses to kind of make up for the fact that I couldn't plant the daffodils close to the grasses. The daffodils are the Bloom Factory mix from colorblends.com. I can see they're coming up. They're looking good. I'm really, really excited for them. I wanted to show you all the pretty ones. This is like a mix of lavenders, but there are some like really, like most of them are this color. You see that? But there are some really pretty like white ones. I'm kind of drawn to these white ones. They're so pretty. And I just love planting pansies because, I don't know, I feel like when I plant pansies, it means we're getting close. We're getting close to the spring season. It's time. We're all craving some flowers. We're all craving some color, and it's pretty exciting. Don't look too close about what's going on over there. We are working on the pathways. I have been filming as we go. It should be just a couple more days, and we should be making some really, really good progress. So I'm excited to show you all the pathways. I think right now, though, what I want to do is I want to plant my first round of gladiolas. Are you tired? Did basketball wear you out? All right, so what I am doing this year with gladiolas is I am succession planting them. So what you can do is you can succession plant the corms every 2 weeks, starting in, I think you can start in January, maybe February, but basically you plant the corms every 2 weeks up until about June, and that will give you a constant supply of blooms of gladiolas. So I bought, let's see, 30, 60, 90, I got 90 of them. So let me think, how am I gonna divide this up? All right, so I was just looking at my calendar, and what I had decided to do this year was the normal succession planting for gladiolas is to plant every 2 weeks, right? Is to plant a couple corms every 2 weeks, but I'm actually going to do every 3 weeks just to kind of spread it out a little bit and see how that does. So basically today I'm going to plant a half a bag, 15 corms, and then in 3 weeks I'm going to plant the rest of the bag. And then 3 weeks after that, I'm going to plant 15 more, and so on until I've planted all 90. And that's just going to spread it out. So I'll have a constant supply of blooms for like a couple months. And I love gladiolas. I loved these. They were from the dollar store. They were these beautiful pink, like bubblegum pink gladiolas, and they were so beautiful, but they would bloom and then that would be it. And then I would have the foliage that I don't really like from gladiolas for the rest of, the season until I cut the foliage back. So I'm going to try doing it like this to see if I get more blooms, and so if the foliage doesn't bother me as much. Gladiolas are like weeds for me. They spread so fast. Those dollar store gladiolas that I planted at my last property, I could not get rid of them. No matter how hard I tried, I could not get rid of them because they just multiplied in like one season. So my plan for that, I mean, I feel like this property is big enough that I can afford some space for some gladiolas. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them kind of in the corner. So if they spread, it won't be that big of a deal. So you can see here's the long border where Jason and I just planted some beautiful trees. All the way up here by the front gate. I am going for this corner up here. So there's not much going on up here. I am planning to plant a tree about right there. But I just think it's a good spot for the glads if they get out of control. I don't think I'll mind too much. This is ultimately the spot where we want to move the propane tank once we're able to do that. So I don't want to plant anything like precious, if that makes sense right now. The other thing is this soil up here is not good. It's very, very rocky. So I think that will be good because if the glads do spread, then it will have some resistance and won't be like beautiful soil that it can easily spread everywhere. And then it's a good opportunity for me to try out my new trowel in some really hard rocky soil, because with glads, you want to plant them like 8 inches deep. Because I don't know, it's just so deep. It's just crazy. If you don't plant them deep, they're at risk for 1, rotting, because they'll have too much moisture on them, and then 2, also freezing because they don't like cold temperatures. I think they're hardy zones 8 through 10. They're obviously hardy for me because they love their life. They love their life here in Northern California. So I'm going to plant 15 of them. It's called the purple blend, but there are some like pinks and stuff like that. I just thought that was really pretty. So I'll plant 15 of them right now. Oh, Monty's got his paw. All right, and all done. I've got 15 glads planted in the worst soil that I have in my whole garden. I don't know what is up with the soil up there. It's going to be survival of the fittest for all the plants that I plant there, which I think the glads are going to be fine. They are just the easiest things to grow. So I think that's going to be it for today. I've got all these pansies in. I got all my February plants in today. Hopefully you all already saw that video. I'll link it down below. And I got my glads in. So good planting day. I'm happy. I'm going to go clean up and hang out with the family. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.